I'm currently doing a water change right now on my 55-gallon. It's almost filled back up to where I want it. I have 3 baby red belly piranhas. They're about almost 2 inches. I have 5 mollies in here. I have 2 dwarf gouramis. Also about a 3-inch Bristlenose Pleco. I'm trying to see if we can beat the odds here. I know in certain situations, under certain circumstances, it can be done to where piranha can live with other species of fish without anything major going on. I actually have one piranha in particularly that actually enjoys schooling with the molly fish and doesn't even hang out with the other 2 piranha. Mainly them 2 other ones just hide. But anyway, I'll come back after the water change and show you guys how I have everything set up in the tank, as well as the light and the decorations. I got one little plant over there up on the wall with a suction cup. But I'll come back after the tank's fully filled up and show you guys what it looks like with the lights on. Alright, now that I got the water change done, the water all the way filled up, I turned on the light. I turned all my equipment back on. I guess I'll tell you the equipment I'm running in the tank. The power head all the way up in the left hand corner. I think it's like 165 gallons per hour. It was only like $7.99 on Amazon, but I got that mainly for aeration. It's got the little air tube up there to allow little bubbles to push out. I try to turn it off during the day for this little plant so it can get more CO2. I got a 100-watt heater, or no, this is a 200-watt heater back there. A 300-watt heater all the way over to the right with my little algae scrubber up in there, up in the corner. As far as filtration, all I have for now is an Aqua Clear 70. It turns over the tank about 5 times, maybe 5.5 times. As far as decoration, everything's temporary for right now because I am actually moving within the next couple months. That's why I don't have a thick gravel bed in there, and I actually, when I move, I want to put sand in there. I prefer the look of sand a lot better. Gives it more of a natural look. But for right now, I just have rocks from my backyard pretty much that we used to have around our pool. I got a pot in there with a little bit of gravel to keep that down. I wanted the light that I have, it doesn't get too bright, so I put this plant inside of this piece of plastic and suction cupped it with some gravel. Supposedly this is one of the easier plants to grow in an aquarium, and given the fact that I don't have a very bright light or a light made for growing plants, I went ahead with something that was easy to grow and figured I'd give it a shot before I buy anything else. The light I have on here is made by Current. It's got a couple different cool settings on it. It's actually really thin. It's only got 1 line of LEDs. So that's what I have lighting the tank for right now. I have the 48-inch to 60-inch model sitting on there, so it's actually light from side to side. I don't have any gap. There's some old aquarium decorations, but yeah, so I have mollies in here, and like I said, one of the piranhas will actually school with the molly. It seems to like hanging out with the molly more than the other piranhas. There's a Dwarf Gourami right there. Everybody's already eaten today, and it's actually nighttime here right now. I just turned on the lights for the purpose of the video, so everybody's not as active as they normally are. And red belly piranhas aren't super active anyway. Very timid and skittish. Actually, I got a cup floating around, and that molly's eating some old bloodworms that were sitting in there. That cup must have fell in there when I put this lid back on here on the aquarium. But actually, I have the tank right under the air vent, so this would be a perfect spot for a saltwater tank. Actually, no need for an aquarium chiller or anything like that. But I try to keep that lid back there, and then also I have this lid on that side to try to keep out the cold air a little bit. And that's also why I have that piece of cardboard right there. I got a couple moss balls in there. They only grow between, I think they only grow like 1 inch a year, something like that, so they grow very slow. I went through a small bacterial bloom That was really it. And then as of now, my tank is pretty much cycled. I try to have, you know, a few hiding spots. But like I said, one of the piranhas, he'll hang out with the mollies. You know, like all the time. I mean, yeah, I do have a few fish. Like one of the mollies, a part of her tail fin is a little nipped. But I mean, you know, it's a piranha. And with other fish, what really do you expect? That's why I didn't get expensive fish, because I'm just trying it out. To see if it really can be done, because I've seen another YouTuber, he keeps tiger barbs with piranha and has success, I guess because they're smaller and a lot faster. The piranha actually seem to never really mess with the mollies. They mess more with the Dwarf Gouramis, but I plan on giving the 2 Dwarf Gouramis I have away, just for the sake so they can have a better life, a better home, an aquarium without piranhas, because they do get nipped up a little bit more than the mollies. One of the mollies actually gave birth inside of the tank. You know, she was pregnant. I didn't even know she was about to pop. But my nephew has a little 20-gallon tank right here. And here's where the, let me see, let me turn these lights on. Here's where the 2 babies are. From the molly. All I could save was 2. The rest I got eaten, I guess. And he's got my neon tetras in here, which I gave to him. And he also has like a fairly large school of guppies. You know, he's interested in watching fish give birth and stuff like that. So, you know, I figured a guppy was the perfect fish. Let's see if I can go through a few of these lighting modes. On the current light, I can adjust the blue, the white, and the modes. If I hit mode right there, there's actually a lightning mode on here. Let me see if I can get to it. Which one is it? This one. Yeah. I mean, that's really not my thing. It's pretty cool, but it probably is more stressful for the fish. I can make it to where just the white LEDs are on, which actually I like a little bit better because it gives it more of a natural look. But yeah, that's my setup. It's a 55-gallon for right now. I plan to upgrade to a 75-gallon a couple months after we move. But yeah, there's all the mollies up there swimming around. There's a little piranha right there. Got them from my local fish store, Dwarf Gourami, of which I'm gonna rehome. Another molly back there, another red belly. Where's the third one? They really don't hang out together in a school. Even when they eat, they kind of eat separate. And actually, I have them. I know a lot of people like to feed red belly piranhas like goldfish and live food and stuff like that. And I know it's pretty natural and all that, but having them in an aquarium isn't really that natural, you know, except for them having water. But actually, the piranhas will eat on these sinking carnivore pellets, and they take to them. You know, the first time I dropped them in there, they just started eating them. They didn't even really care. They eat them sinking pellets. They'll also eat like tropical fish flakes. Another thing I feed is frozen bloodworms. I got some frozen beef heart that I'll feed like once a week. You know, you don't want to give them too much of that. It does help them grow faster and beef them up a little bit. But yeah, this is my 55-gallon freshwater tank. If y'all have any questions, I'm sure there's gonna be people in the comments saying some negative things, but at the end of the day, it's my tank. You know, I'm not purposely doing this to see any sort of violent attacks. I'm doing it to try to see if you raise them up from a very small size, if they could possibly live together and coexist together in the same tank. So it's more of an experiment. than me wanting to see, you know, like a violent fish attack or something like that. There's plenty of them on YouTube. I really have no desire to see, you know, fish attacking other fish. But anyway, yeah, I'll post another update of the tank. If you guys want to see an update, leave a like on the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Again, the decoration is all pretty temporary. Since I'm moving soon, I don't want to put too thick of a gravel or sand bed in there yet, you know, because I'm moving within the next couple of months. Also going to be painting the back of the tank black, so you don't see cords and all that back there. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see future updates of this tank. And have a blessed day.